What's good, YouTube? Easy Now 1337 aka Snow here today with some kind of reveal, info, speculation, spoiler type video about Call of Duty 2014 being made by Sledgehammer Games. Now in the background you're seeing a gameplay from some dude who just spawn traps and just gets loads of kills and thinks he's good but he isn't. His link's in the video description. Just click on it, subscribe to him so you can hate on every single video and just hate on and just tell him he sucks and tell him that he's just the worst player in history. Make sure you go over there, subscribe to him so that on every single video you can tell him how shit he is. So yeah, so Call of Duty today released a worldwide reveal website which is leading to Sunday's reveal of the game on May the 4th. The actual site is linked in the video description, so make sure you check that out. Basically what comes up there is a scrambled picture that keeps on scrambling, and on the actual picture there's a little square pixels missing, little white square pixels. There's 3 of them, and if you click on them it takes you to different sites, and those sites lead to some information about what the game could be about. So instead of you having to find the white dots, because I'm pretty sure every time you refresh it the dots change spaces, all 3 things are linked in the video description, so make sure you check those out as well. And basically what the game is portraying and what the information is portraying is that Call of Duty is going to be based around a private militarized company and what that is basically armies for hire. So people in the world pay these armies so much money to go and do something or fight a battle or do something, etc, etc, and that is just the world we live in. And it looks like Sledgehammer Games may be based around those sorts of ideals and the way things work in that manner. Now the way I see it is that because it's based around this company called Blackwater, which is on one of the links, I think it could be called Call of Duty Blackwater, which would be pretty damn cool. But I would like to see this implemented for many reasons. For the main reason is that the story mode would be so varied and so open to everything that you could possibly do. Think about this: you're a private militarized army. I can't even say that word. And you have, say, let's just say for argument's sake, 50 soldiers. Now, as you're playing through the storyline, you get offered these contracts from companies to go and do stuff, to go here, to go there. And then you can set some of your army to go and do that, and the more people you put there, the better chance you have of taking it and doing that mission, which means you get more money, which means you may get some intel on the main mission storyline that you're going through. And maybe you could either A, go over with your soldiers and finish that level of the contract. So you get offered a contract, you accept it, you actually play through that level as the characters, and obviously then you have more chance of doing it right and doing it correct. Or you can just leave the computer AI to do it, and then you get a report back saying how successful they were and if they lost any soldiers, etc, etc. And then the more money you get and the more money you obtain from contracts and such things gives you better weapons, armor, vehicles, anything you need to fight your main storyline mission. And then let's say you have something where maybe there's a stealth mission, a stealth contract that comes in where you have to break into a place, get some intel, sell it to a company or trade it with a company for intel on your main mission. Say you go to there and you don't do it correctly and you don't get that intel, then your main mission becomes harder because you don't have the intel you need. You don't know if you're buying the right sorts of weapons or armor to fight the people because you don't have that intel. But you go to that place and you do it correctly, you get that intel, which tells you what you need for your main mission. And that would just make the game so varied, and the replayability of it would be just amazing, because maybe there's not an actual linear start to finish story. Maybe if you take a certain contract, you can't take a different contract. You're working for and it maybe gets to the point where you're actually working for the enemy and you end up turning on your homeland or your home army and fighting against them. So that leads the game to being, it doesn't have to be good versus evil. It's your choice on where you want to take it, where you want to go, and then that leads a whole bunch of ideas for multiplayer. What I would like to see in multiplayer Call of Duty 2014 is this idea of the contracts, etc, etc. And then each level usually has 2 teams. So like say in Ghost, there's the Ghosts and the what was it called now? The Federation. Ghost versus Federation. That is pretty much the same on every single map in Call of Duty Ghosts. this could lead to, you could have, I don't know, say just America versus Afghan or Iraq, and then you've got your private militaries on a different level. You've got your army versus a certain subsection of people, and all these levels have different armies facing off against each other. And it reminds me of a time way back when Call of Duty started, where it was like British versus Germany, and the British army could only use British weapons, and the German army could only use German weapons. And that would be epic to go back to, because it brings so much more variety to multiplayer, to competitive play, because everyone has different kinds of weapons, and they have to think about what they're using and what would be the right weapons to use in certain situations on certain maps. So there's just a whole mind fuck of things going on at the moment. There is an actual trailer called Call of Duty Superpowers for Hire, I believe, and it takes you through it, and this is where I get the idea for my storyline. So let me know what you think about it, to be honest, because I think, I don't know, the screenshots that they released, because they released a couple of screenshots, one of just the guy's side of his face, and then another one, an actual in-game screenshot, which will be in the video description as well. It's from Game Informer, because they're doing it's the cover of their magazine, Game Informer, because they've done a big Call of Duty interview type thing. And it's in the video description because apparently you're not allowed to put it into your videos for copyright issues. So check that out, and the graphics on it look pretty damn amazing. But from what I can see of the way the soldiers are dressed up, it's very futuristic type. So it could be like set 20 years from now, I would put a guess on. The soldiers look bad, the graphics look amazing, the flames in the background look badass. And the graphics for me, I'm never a person who gets into graphics in a game, because graphics are just second to me to actual gameplay and enjoyability. But they do look absolutely phenomenal. So I am kind of looking forward to this game, but I'm not going to put my hopes on it because of the way Call of Duty has been in the past couple of years. So yeah, there's quite a bit of information released at the moment, and the actual worldwide reveal is on May the 4th. So all the links you need will be in the video description. Go down, check them out, click on them all, read through them. Bookmark the World Reveal site, because I'm guessing there's probably going to be more information released daily on it up until May the 4th. And obviously the reveal will be on that webpage as well. But let me know what you think about the game. Let me know about your ideas about what could be involved in Call of Duty 2014, Sledgehammer's game. But that's me done for today. Drop a like and a favourite, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out. Take care.